Philadelphia and Chicago share some interesting similarities and differences. Let's start by comparing their growth over the years, or in Philadelphia's case, lack of growth. Since 1900, Philadelphia's population has only grown 19%, whereas Chicago has grown over 177% over the same time period. And for some context, neither of these growth patterns are all that great. The United States over the same time period grew 350%. And just to cut Philly some slack, Philadelphia has a 150-year head start on Chicago. With Chicago's population plateauing in the 70s, they're more or less on the same timeline in regards to their growth. That being said, even though Chicago hasn't been around as long, the population of Chicago is much larger, with 1 million more people than Philadelphia. Now, in terms of industry, they're both pretty evenly diversified. Philadelphia has 7 industries at a higher rate than the national average, whereas Chicago has 8. Philadelphia's most prominent industry is educational services, whereas Chicago's professional services. In terms of economic performance of those industries, Chicago consistently underperforms the nation, but it does have a consistent growth curve. Philadelphia, on the other hand, has had a strong and consistent growth curve since 2008 up until COVID, which is where it becomes sporadic. But it keeps up with the nation, which is interesting because Chicago's economy is technically more diversified, and Chicago has a higher presence for industries with high-paying jobs, so you would think it would help their economy. In terms of housing, for cities of their size, they have very affordable housing. Chicago's median home value is $368,000, and Philadelphia's is even less at $249,000. To add some context, the median home value for Austin, Texas, a much smaller city, is $545,000. Back to our topic, the incomes for Chicago and Philadelphia translate from those home values. Because in Chicago, the median household income is $82,500 versus Philadelphia, it's $62,000. All the data used was sourced from Ursus.com, and be sure to follow to learn more things like